Hello, I'm Dr. Russell Dawn, President of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. And go Cougars!
Back here on the Cougar Sports Network for game number 2 of today's NAC doubleheader. CUC pulling the monstrous 20-4 victory in game 1 and looking to get things going here in game 2. Dishing on the mound for the Cougars is left-handed pitcher number 35, Michael Southard. A very familiar lineup here for the Cougars. Only changes in this lineup is Southard on the mound, and Dom Owens behind the plate. Other than that, it is the same fielding lineup for CUC. Looking at the infield going right to left, Kasich, Boswell, Sperando, Crater. Outfield going left to right, Holloway, Hickman, and Dorsch. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it from the Cougars. As this one swung on, that's going to bounce off of Dom Owens. A hard ball that took a unfortunate bounce, catching him on the leg. Walking that one off. Head coach of the Cougars, Colin Connor, having a quick chat with him, making sure he's all right. But Dom Owens walking it off and heading back to his post behind the plate to get things going here. The 2-2 count. Leading things off once again for the Muskies is Oakley Spence. Southard gets set here. He delivers this one. That's swung on. It's popped up high and foul. Tracking it is Kasich, but that's going to go on top of the Cougar dugout. Unable to grab it, so keeping his at-bat alive here is Oakley Spence. Looking at Southard on the mound for the Cougars, making his 7th appearance, 7th start of the season. He's got a 1-1 record, 22.2 innings pitched. He's got 16 strikeouts on the season and a .273 batting average against him, so a lethal arm for the CUC squad as Spence fouls that one off along the third base line now. If you missed game 1 of today's doubleheader, you missed out big time. It was a fantastic offensive outing from the Cougars, paired up with some strong defense and great pitching from Dylan Scott. But that's going to be a slow roller that's going to just roll foul. Kasich scooping it up on the wrong side of the bag. And that's going to keep this at a 2-2 count here. Spence doing his best to keep his at-bat alive. Senior Day here in River Forest. Had a fantastic Senior Day celebration for 10 seniors prior to game number 1 of today's doubleheader. And Southard trying to keep that happiness alive here for the Cougars as that one's fouled off into the Muskie dugout. Spence 1 for 2 at the plate in game 1 today. He had a walk and was responsible for crossing the plate first and giving the Muskies the early 1-0 lead in the top of the first in game 1. He's going to take a swing at that one. Think he caught a piece of it. Five consecutive fouls here for Spence is keeping his at-bat alive. 2-2 count here. Southard looking to end it here. He sends this one in. That's connected on, lifted into right center. Dorsch tracking it back and successfully able to get underneath it for out number 1. A long at-bat there for Oakley Spence. Southard throwing 10 pitches in 1 batter. But a strong showing from Spence. Just couldn't find some space in the field, and that's going to bring up Logan South for the Muskies. South was 0 for 3 in game 1. He had a walk and a strikeout, but was left on base 3 times. Looking for his first hit of the day. He lets the first pitch go by for ball number 1. Southern makes him pay by sending strike number 1 in there. South batting .279 on the season. He lets that one go by for strike number 2. One-two count here. Southern sends that one in, just misses outside, ball number 2. This one misses low and away for ball number 3. South slowly working his way back into this count. Full count now. Southern sends this one in. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3. First strikeout of the day for Mike Southern. Logan South still chasing his first hit, but 2 outs on the board. Cougs are looking to keep that momentum rolling, and the Muskies looking to get something going here with 2 outs, and that's going to bring Zach Keegan up to the plate. First pitch catches that inside corner for strike number 1. Second pitch in the dirt. Gets away from Owens, makes this a 1-1 count. This one, once again, bouncing in the dirt, makes this a 2-1 count. Southern's last appearance on the mound for the Cougars came on April 12th in one of the wins over Marian University. He pitched 3 innings in that game, picked up 3 strikeouts in his 14 batters faced. Now sits with the 3-1 count here against Keegan. This one swung on, that sent foul out of play along the first base line. Makes this a full count with 2 outs. Southern gets set here. He delivers. That one misses just outside for ball 4. Cougar dugout likes that positioning, but instead that's going to be a walk for Keegan. The first walk from Southern here today.
The pitcher, number 13, Gage Fertner.
Gage Fertner now at the plate for the Muskies. 1 runner on 2 outs. He swings the first pitch he sees, sends that foul along the first base line once again, heading over in a similar spot. Oh, 1 count here, runner over on first. Muskies were able to strike first in game 1. This ball connected on, but it's going to be a slow roller over, and Crater able to glove it and get the out. And that's going to do it for the bottom of the first, for the top of the first. That's going to send things over to the bottom of the first. CUC holding the Muskies scoreless at the hands of Michael Southern. We'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, Tyler Dorsch leading the offense off for the Cougars. But on the mound for the Muskies is the first baseman from Game 1 in number 13, Tucker Gage Fertner, the sophomore from Wisconsin. He delivers ball number 1. Dorsch swinging at the second pitch he sees, fouls it off, makes this a 1-1 count. Dorsch 3 for 4 in Game 1. He had 4 RBIs, 2 runs of his own. Had a home run. This one is connected on. That's going to get down into left center, excuse me. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Dorsch is going to easily take 2. And that's a stand-up double for Tyler Dorsch to lead things off. Have yourself a senior day, Tyler Dorsch. That's going to bring Michael Kasich up to the plate. CUC showing no signs of slowing their offense down. The bats are just as hot as they were a half hour ago to close Game 1. Tyler Dorsch leading things off, wasting absolutely no time, picking up a double on the third pitch that he sees. And Michael Kasich coming in, looking to do the same thing here. He had a great Game 1. He sends a chopper up the middle. That's going to be gloved by Spence. The throw is going to be in time, but it is going to move Dorsch over to third, and that's going to bring Jake Mahler up to the plate. So 1 out on the board, a runner over on third. Jake Mahler at the plate. Not an ideal situation for the Muskies to be in. Jake Mahler also had a great Game 1, 3 for 4 at the plate, 3 RBIs, 3 runs himself. He was responsible for a home run, a sac fly. I mean, this kid did it all in Game 1, and wasting no time, he takes a hack at the first pitch he sees, fouls it off. 0-1 count here. Mahler let that one go by for ball 1. This pitch delivered low and out for ball number 2. Makes this a 2-1 count. Mahler leading this team currently, batting .331 on the season coming into today. Had 39 total hits, had 19 RBIs, and like I mentioned, had a stellar Game 1 for the Cougars. So really showing why he's the lead hitter for this Cougar squad and why he's slowly worked his way further and further up this lineup as we've seen throughout the season as it's progressed. And really, I mean, no part of the Cougar bats is a low spot, but this top spot, this top 3 or 4 hitters for the Cougars is consistently just dominant. And today is no exception for it. Let's pitch. Mahler's going to check to see if he swung. He did not. That's going to be ball 4 for Jake Mahler. That's going to put runners on the corner bags, and Tyler Crater now making his way to the plate.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 52, Tyler Crater.
Tyler Crater, another key hitter for the CUC team. He was 4 for 5 at the plate in Game 1. 7 RBIs, 2 runs. Crater was just shy of completing the cycle. He had 2 doubles. He had a home run, had a plethora of base hits. So overall, just missing that triple to complete the cycle in Game 1, but a key bat for the CUC squad on the season. He's batting .317. Mahler dancing around at first, thought about going. That pitch is going to get past south, and that's going to give Mahler space to get going, make this a 1-1 count. Mahler on second, Dorsch at third, Crater sitting with a 1-1 count, 1 out. This pitch delivered low and away for ball 2. As I mentioned, a little bit of change in the lineup for the Muskies. Obviously, we already talked about Gage Fertner over on the mound now for the Muskies. He was playing first base in Game 1. Now behind the plate is Logan South. And looking at this infield for the Muskies. As Crater wastes no time. He connects. That ball's deep. It's back at the center field wall. That ball is long gone. Tyler Crater's second home run of the day. A 3-run homer to get things going in the bottom of the first. And the Cougars are up 3-0. Have yourself a day, Tyler Crater. Oh, my goodness. A monster home run for the senior on senior day. I mean, you can't paint a better picture than that. The Cougars are up 3-0 early in the game, picking up right where they left off and handing things over to Dom Owens, catcher for CUC here in game number 2. He lets that first pitch go by for ball number 1. This one catches the corner of the zone for strike 1. Dom Owens here replacing Brandon Mahler in game number 2. He fouls off that one, makes this a 1-2 count. On the season, Owens batting .385. He's got 15 hits, 15 RBIs. As that one catches in there for strike number 3. Dom Owens goes down looking. And that's going to hand things over to Yashawn Boswell for the 2-out rally looking to get going here.
Second baseman number 18, Yashawn Boswell.
Boswell in game 1, 2 for 4 at the plate, 1 RBI. Gage Fertner looking to get out of this. First pitch he sends is low and away for ball 1. As I was discussing before, that home run from Crater was a little bit of a difference in the lineup for the Muskies here across the infield. So now looking over at first, we're seeing number 22, Landon Sobieski, playing first. He was in as the DH in game 1. Over at second base is Caleb Sumison. Shortstop still sitting with Oakley Spence, and over at third is still Zach Keegan. And only change coming in the outfield is in center field. Now we're seeing Chris Day, but over in left is still Gregorius, and over in right is still Hernandez. So a little bit of a change in this lineup here in game number 2 for the Muskies. Just looking to get something different rolling here. And Boswell is going to take strike number 2. 1-2 count here. Muskies trying to get out of the inning. CUC already put up 3 runs. And that's going to go off the noggin of Boswell, bouncing right off his helmet. It's going to give a free base, and Brendan Holloway up to the plate. Boswell looking a little rattled, but slowly making his walk down. Seems to be all right. Boswell, again, one of the seniors that was honored here on Senior Day. Been an instrumental part of the CUC infield since transferring in last season. Good to see him up and moving over on first base, but new life for the Cougars here. 2 outs, runner on first. Brendan Holloway lets the first pitch go by for ball 1. One 0 count here. This one swung on. It's going to be chopped over to short. Spence able to turn it and get the out at second, and that's going to do it for the inning. But fear not, the Cougars continuing to hit the way that they have in game 1 and take the 3-0 lead after a monster Tyler Crater home run. We're going to head to the top of the second. CUC on top, 3-0. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, leading things off for the Muskies is Sobieski. He swings at the first pitch he sees, misses for strike number 1. Sobieski swings at that one, takes a quick 0-2 count here. Cougars taking the early lead in the bottom of the first. Sobieski fouling that one off just along the first base line. Kasich there to collect it. Sobieski fighting his way through here. Sobieski 2 for 4 at the plate in game number 1, but he takes that one for strike 3. Sobieski goes down looking. Michael Southern doing his job on the mound. And that's going to hand things over to Sean Gregorius.
Number 25, Sean Gregorius.
Gregorius takes strike number 1. He was 2 for 4 at the plate in game 1. Lets that one go by for ball 1. Gregorius on the season coming into today, .293 batting average, 34 hits, and 13 RBIs, a .405 slugging percentage, as he now sits with the 2-1 count. Starting to cool down a little bit here in River Forest as that ball is fouled off straight behind the press box, leveling this at a 2-2 count. .58-degree day here in River Forest as that ball's put into play. That's going to find space in the 6-hole and give a easy single for Gregorius. Get things rolling here for the Muskies.
Batting 7th.
And that's going to bring Caleb Sumison up to the plate. His first at-bat here of the day. On the season, he's hitting .202, 20 hits, 14 RBIs. As he lets that one go by for ball 1. This one put into play. It's a slow roller over. Crater looks to turn 2, gets 1. Can they get the second? No, they're going to get the lead runner out in Gregorius, but can't turn 2, so that's going to put out number 2 up on the board. And that will put Hernandez now at the plate for the Muskies, looking to keep things going here. Runner over on first.
Number 23, Ramiro Hernandez.
Hernandez 1 for 2 in game 1. He saw 1 walk on the season. Hernandez batting .333. He lets that one go for strike 1. Southern looks to pick off Sumison over at first. That ball's going to take a bounce in the dirt. That's going to give a free base advance the runner. A 1 count here for Hernandez. Runner now over on second. Cougars' first error of the day. As Hernandez swings through that one for strike number 2. That one's in there for strike number 3. Michael Southern gets him going on his own. Wastes no time, does not care about letting that base runner advance another base. He's going to get the job done himself. And the Cougars are heading to the bottom of the second, up 3-0 right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Bottom of the second, CUC on top, 3-0. Hickman shows bunt, and it was barehanded by South behind the plate, but that is going to be foul. So Hickman quickly taking the 0-1 count here. Oh, 0-1 count here. Gage Fertner still on the mound for the Muskies. He sends this one in, up and away for ball 1. Hickman fouling that one off over on to the soccer field. Makes this a 1-2 count. That one misses, levels this count at 2 apiece. Hickman lets that one go by. Takes strike number 3. That's going to bring Richie Sperando up to the plate with 1 out on the board.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 8, Richie Sperando.
Sperando on the season, he's batting .250. He takes a swing at the first pitch he sees. That's going to be kept in play by Keegan. The throw over in time. A big-time throw from Keegan and a big-time stretch from Sobieski, and that's going to put 2 outs up on the board, and Tyler Dorsch now at the plate.
The right fielder, number 23, Tyler Dorsch.
Dorsch 1 for 1 here in game number 2. Had himself a fantastic outing in game number 1, 3 for 4 at the plate with 4 RBIs. He lets that one go by for ball number 1. This one catches that zone for strike number 1. Dorsch coming into today hitting .306 with a slugging percentage of .507. A key hitter for this CUC team. As this pitch is delivered, misses upstairs for ball number 2. This one connected on. That's lifted deep into center field. Tyler Dorsch has one going back at the center field wall, and that ball is long gone! Tyler Dorsch sends a long ball over the center field fence for another home run here in game number 2. Bingo, bango, bongo, Tyler Dorsch! The Cougar bats are hot and no signs of cooling down. Tyler Dorsch once again having himself a fantastic outing for Senior Day. And that's going to hand things over to Michael Kasich. CUC up 4-0. Kasich swings at the first pitch. He sees, misses for strike number 1. Dorsch's second home run of the day. We saw him put a ball over the fence in game 1. Becomes the second Cougar to hit 2 home runs on the day. And Michael Kasich now sitting with the 0-2 count, 2 outs. As this ball is put into play, sent right up the middle. That's going to be an easy single for Kasich. Hands things over to Jake Mahler to keep things rolling with this 2-out rally the Cougars have going. Jake Mahler, Another top hitter for CUC. He's responsible for a home run on the day in game number 1. Here in game 2, Jake Mahler still chasing his first hit as CUC sits over on first. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. This pitch delivered in. That's going to be swung on and missed from Mahler. Makes this a 1-1 count. Mahler thought about swinging. They're going to check, say he did not. Similar scenario from Mahler's first at-bat, where he saw a free base given off of a walk. Mahler taking time to readjust his shin guard there. 2-1 count, 2 outs, runner on second. This pitch misses well outside. CUC making the diving attempt. A great throw down from south over to Sobieski. CUC had a monster jump on that, but was able to safely dive in, making his way back. This is a 3-1 count here for Mahler. Mahler swinging through that one makes this a full count with 2 outs. CUC's going to take off. Mahler's going to put that ball into play. A slow roller over to second. Sumison able to get it for out number 3, but that's going to do it for the inning. But CUC not slowing down, keeping this trend of them putting some runs up when necessary. A home run from Tyler Dorsch is going to put the Cougars up 4-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd. Michael Southard still dishing on the bump for the Cougars. We'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, top of the 3rd, CUC on top 4-0. Home run city here in River Forest. Michael Southard still dishing on the bump for the Cougars. He delivers ball number 1. That pitch in there for strike number 1 at the plate for the Muskies. Chris Day, he's batting .260 on the season, now sitting with the 1-1 count. This one fouled off, makes it a 1-2 count. Southard sends this one in. That's going to miss that corner, make it a 2-2 count here. CUC and Lakeland here in game number 2 of today's doubleheader. Cougars downing the Muskies in game 1 by a monster 20-4 margin. CUC having a really successful day with the bats, and on top of that, doing a nice job in the field as well, holding the Muskies. But Day looking to get things going here as that ball is going to be deep into center field, but underneath it is Eli Hickman for out number 1. Muskies doing a great job of their own here today. We saw a 3-run homer from Lakeland in game 1, and obviously still chasing their first run here in game number 2, but we've seen them come to life. I mean, that ball from Chris Day had some pop to it, just not enough distance, but we're seeing some good things here from Lakeland and trying to get things going, but this is going to put Spence at the plate for the Muskies. Spence 0 for 1 here in game 2. As this ball is connected on, hit high into the infield, coming up and underneath it. Tracking it is Michael Kasich for out number 2. And that's going to put Logan South at the plate for the Muskies, trying to get something rolling with a 2-out rally.
Catcher number 4.
South 0 for 1 at the plate here in game number 2. He's 0 for 3 in game 1. He comes into today with a .279 batting average, chasing his first hit of the day. He sends that one over. Boswell's able to glove it, and with a throw off the base, but Michael Kasich able to grab it and tag him anyway, and that's going to do it for the inning. A quick 3 up, 3 down, and CUC heading back to their offensive end where they've been electric. We'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, Tyler Crater leading things off for CUC. Crater having himself a fantastic outing here in game 1. Crater 4 for 5 at the plate. He had 7 RBIs, 2 runs. He had 1 home run. He had 2 doubles, a plethora of other things gone right for the senior. And then here in game number 2, I mean, no signs of slowing down whatsoever. He's having an outing. He's 1 for 1 here in game number 2. He lets that one go by for ball number 1. This makes it a 1-1 count. Crater saw his second home run of the day come in the first inning here of game 2. He had a 3-run homer. Dead center field. That ball easily cleared 400. And, I mean, when you're a four-year senior for a team, that's exactly what you're looking for, and no better outing. And this ball is coming in, and that's going to be caught out in right field by Hernandez. But a really great outing for Tyler Crater. I mean, having a great senior day here in River Forest. And that's going to bring Dom Owens up to the plate for CUC. Owens coming in here in game 2. He went down looking in his first at-bat, but he's batting .385 on the season. He's got 15 total hits, 15 RBIs. And he's going to let that one go by for ball number 1. Owens seeing a lot of playing time here in his junior season as he sends that ball over to shortstop. A great glove in. Can't quite get there in time. I mean, that ball had some heat to it. Off the bat of Dom Owens, Spence just did a nice job of stopping it from getting past the infield, but unfortunately just couldn't contain it and get that throw off. So a great hit there from Dom Owens to get a base runner on, 1 out on the board, and Yashawn Boswell at the plate.
Number 18, Yashawn Boswell.
Boswell shows bunt. Pulls back. One 0 count here for Boswell. Runner over on first. Owens' first appearance on base this day, as that's going to be a double play. Can they turn 2? They do not. Boswell is safely in. A close call, as Keegan had that throw over to second with plenty of time. They just couldn't quite turn that double play, but that is going to put 2 outs up on the board. And Brendan Holloway now at the plate.
Left fielder, number 50, Brendan Holloway.
So 2 outs on the board. Holloway now at the plate. Holloway's 0 for 1 here in game number 2. His first pitch misses low and away for ball 1. In game number 1, Holloway 1 for 3 at the plate. He saw a walk, but scored 2 runs himself. As that pitch catches that outside corner, makes this a 1-1 count. This one catches that inside corner, makes this a 1-2 count. So far today, CUC has scored in every inning at bat. Sitting with 2 outs, runner over on first. They've scored in both innings here today, but Holloway's going to find space in the 6th hole. That's going to move Boswell to second and keep things rolling for the Cougars. And that's going to bring up Eli Hickman to the plate. Hickman 0 for 1 here in game number 2. Hickman doing his job as a 5th-year senior here for the CUC team. In game number 1, he went 3 for 3 at the plate, 4 runs, saw a walk himself as he swings through that first one for strike number 1. Oh, 1 count, runners on first and second. Hickman swings through this one, makes it a 0-2 count. The delivery here. Connected on from Hickman. That's finding some airspace out into right field. Coming in and up and underneath it is Hernandez for out number 3. And that's going to do it for the inning. The first scoreless inning for the Cougars all day through 10 innings of play. CUC has only not scored in this most recent one, but still lead 4-0 as we head to the top of the fourth. Still dishing on the mound for the Cougars is Michael Southard, but taking a look around the NAC here today, a busy day for some action. Getting you some final scores in Game 1 of doubleheaders. St. Norbert downed Illinois Tech 13-3. Marion downed Aurora 4-1. MSOE took down Rockford 7-6. Dominican took down Wisconsin Lutheran 6-0. And Benedictine took down Edgewood 11-5. And as you've heard here on the Cougar Sports Network, CUC downing Lakeland in Game 1 at 20-4. So a busy day around the NAC as we inch and crawl our way closer to the 2025 NAC Conference Tournament. Obviously, CUC still vibing to make a run in the tournament. They were sitting as high as second in the conference last week, but after dropping 2 games to the Regents of Rockford, they dropped down to 6th place, but after Game 1 of today's doubleheader have bumped their way back up to a 4th place slot. So having a successful season here and really making that push for the conference tournament. For those that are unfamiliar with the NAC tournament, it will be an 8-team tournament this year. It will be a single elimination in round 1 and then move into a double elimination. So a chance for as much as the 8 seed, to slowly make its way up into that championship game should it get there. NAC baseball, a tight race most of the time, really anybody's game. But CUC missed the NAC tournament last season. They were in the tournament for 2 consecutive years the year before, and now looking to make a return here. But to do so, got to get some work done on the field, and Michael Southard dishing here for the Cougars, trying to get them another win on the day. Now sitting with a 1-2 count against Keegan. As this ball misses outside, makes it a 2-2 count. Southard gets set here. The delivery here swung on and connected. That's going to drop into shallow left field. That's going to be a base hit for Keegan. And that will put an early base runner on and hand things over to Gage Fertner.
Pitcher number 13, Tucker Gage Fertner.
Runner now on first, no outs. This one misses that outside corner, makes this a 1-0 count. Wind starting to pick up here in River Forest. It was a still day during Game 1. That ball, a hard hit ball over to third. Crater gets 1. Can they get 2? They do! They turn the double play off of a monster grab from Tyler Crater. That kid is having a day. Fire me up, Tyler Crater. And that's going to quickly put 2 outs on the board. A monster grab and throw from the senior.
First baseman number 22, Landon Sobieski.
Sobieski now at the plate for the Muskies. This one connected on, lifted into center field. Hickman up and underneath it for out number 3. And CUC getting business done in the field. And that's going to send it to the bottom of the 4th. CUC on top 4-0 right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, bottom of the fourth, Richie Sperando leading things off, and he swings at that ball low, for strike one, what would have been ball one. Sperando 0 for 1 here in game 2, but had a great outing in game number 1. He went 2 for 3 at the plate, 3 RBIs, 2 runs. He now sits with the 1-1 count. As I mentioned, starting to get a little bit chilly here in River Forest. That's going to be a fair ball. Very interesting call there. Even the first baseman in Sobieski looked back to make sure that that was a fair ball, as he wasn't even too confident. But nonetheless, that is going to be out number 1 on the board, and hand things over to the top of the lineup for the Cougars. Tyler Dorsch now at the plate. Dorsch having an absolutely electric day. As I've mentioned 100 times today, probably, it is senior day here, and this senior is getting his money's worth on the day. Game 1 of today, 3 for 4 at the plate, 4 RBIs, 2 runs. He had a home run in both games so far, and sits with the 1-1 count here after letting that one go by. This one swung on, fouled off, makes this a 1-2 count. One out on the board for the Cougars here. This ball misses low and away. Gage Fertner working his way into this count here, 2-2. This one misses in the dirt, makes it 3-2. He's got 62 pitches thrown here in game number 2. As I mentioned, he played all of game 1 over at first base, and now putting in the work on the mound. As Dorsch fouls this one off. Three-two count here for Dorsch. As this one misses in there for ball number 4. Dorsch checked his swing and successfully did so, and that pitch went right past him on the inside, gave him a free base, and handed things over to Michael Kasich, another senior on this CUC team. Kasich, senior out of Chandler, Arizona. Been a key component on this CUC team all 4 years of his career. In game 1, he went 3 for 5 at the plate with 1 RBI and 4 runs. He let that one go by for strike number 1. He's 1 for 2 here in game number 2. As Gage Fertner checks on Dorsch over at first. Once again, checking on Dorsch. Tyler Dorsch on the season. He's 12 for 17 on stolen bases, and he's taken off here, but Kasich's going to foul that one off, send Dorsch back to first. Dorsch, one of the top stolen base guys for CUC, only trailing right behind Eli Hickman. Hickman's 19 for 20 on stolen bases this season. Dorsch, a quick base runner for the Cougars. Also got a .364 on base percentage as he dives back into first once again. Still the 0-2 count here for Kasich. One out on the board, runner over on first. This one's going to be a slow roller over. That's going to be a foul ball at first. Sobieski scooping that one up, trying to make that a similar play that we saw to start the inning. But either way, Kasich going to keep his at-bat alive. Wind starting to pick up. Temperature starting to drop a little bit here in River Forest. Kasich swings through that one. He goes down swinging for out number 2, and that's going to bring up Jake Mahler to the plate. Looking to get a 2-out rally going.
Designated hitter number 5, Jake
Mahler 0 for 1 at the plate in game number 2. He's batting .331 on the season, 19 total RBIs. He had himself a fantastic outing in game 1, went 3 for 4 at the plate as Dorsch slides in, and he's going to get caught stealing. Tyler Dorsch on that jump, just couldn't quite get there in time. A great throw from South, and that's going to get out of the inning, but CUC still on top 4-0 as we head to the top of the 5th right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, CUC still on top 4-0 as we enter the top of the 5th. Michael Southard still dishing for the Cougars, and he delivered that one right in there for strike number 1. Southard, 55 pitches on the day. That ball is up and caught by Richie Sperando. Someone call ESPN. Richie Sperando with the athletic grab for out number 1. One out on the board, and that's going to bring up the second baseman for the Muskies, Caleb Sumison. As that ball's fouled off for the 0-1 count. This ball misses well outside for the 1-1 count. Southard delivers this one. Catches that outside corner for strike number 2. The 1-2 count here. This one in the dirt, kept in front from Dom Owens. 2-2 count now. Kasich tying his cleat over at first. That's going to reset everything a little bit. Southard sends this one. That's going to miss just outside. Make this a full count here. This one connected on. That's going to find space in the 6-hole. Not with Richie Sperando has anything to say about it. A diving grab from Sperando. It's going to keep that ball in the infield. Not enough time to get the throw over to first, but prevents any extra bases from happening. Have yourself a day, Richie Sperando. CUC sharing the wealth across everybody, picking up where they need to. And that's going to put a runner on first for the Muskies, 1 out. First pitch here delivered to Hernandez, misses for ball 1. This one catches the zone for strike number 1. One and one count, 1 out, runner on first base. This one in the dirt. Owens keeps it in front of him, but it's going to take a bounce off of his chest. And that's going to give space for Sumsian to make his way to second and bring this to a 2-1 count. The 2-1 delivery here misses inside, makes it 3-1. This one connected on. That's lifted into right field. Going foul, but tracking it is Dorsch and Cassick. Can't quite get there. That's going to bounce over the fence. Make this a full count here for Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 1 here in game number 2. Southern looking to get him here. This one connected on. That's going to be a drop right into shallow center field. Hickman coming up and underneath it. And that's going to hold the runners on the corner bags and put a runner within 90 feet of home plate with only 1 out on the board. And that's going to bring Chris Day up to the plate. Cougars going to take a quick second to calm things down. Dom Owens, Michael Cassick, Tyler Crater all coming in to have a quick discussion with their sophomore pitcher. Meanwhile, coming up to bat for the Muskies is Chris Day. He's batting .260 on the season. 25 total hits, 13 RBIs. Here in game number 2, he's 0 for 1 at the plate. As Southern takes a breath and resettles in here. One out, runners on the corners. Southern delivers this one in there for strike number 1. Oh, 1 count here. Pitch clock winding down. Southern decides to check over on Hernandez at first. Hernandez safely back. Southern delivers this one upstairs, ball 1. One and one count, 1 out, runners on the corners. Southern delivers this one. That's going to be fouled off by Day. Southern 69 pitches thrown so far here in game number 2. He checks on Hernandez once again. 1-2 count now for Day. Southard sends this one in. Reaching on. Kasich able to grab it, and he gets the tag at first. A big-time double play from Michael Kasich. Oh, my goodness. The Cougs are hot. Michael Kasich, it's your turn to have a day. CUC gets out of the inning holding the Muskies scoreless once again. We head to the bottom of the fifth. CUC on top 4-0 right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, CUC still on top 4-0. Jake Mahler leading things off for the Cougars. CUC riding some momentum from the top half of the inning. Michael Kasich with an extremely smooth double play to close the inning. A line drive sent over his way paired with the tag all in one fell swoop, and Jake Mahler looking to capitalize on that momentum. He sits with a 1-1 count here. And this ball is going to bounce off of Jake Mahler, give him a free base. No complaints from Mahler, hands things over to Tyler Crater. And CUC has a base runner on and one of your top hitters at the plate. Crater 1 for 2 here in game 2. He's got a home run under his belt, a 3-run home run, mind you, and a plethora of others from the rest of the day. Like I said before, Tyler Crater 4 for 5 at the plate in game 1, 7 RBIs. And looking to keep that rally going here. He lets that ball go by for ball number 1. This one misses low and away for ball 2. Mahler over at first. No outs. This one clips that outside of the zone for strike number 1. Two-one count here. This one misses low for ball 3. Gage Fertner looking to get out of this. He's thrown 76 pitches on the day. This one finds its way inside for strike number 2. Fills this at a 3-2 count here for Crater. Mahler, not much of a lead over at first. Crater's going to swing through that one, fouls it off, keeps himself alive. This one swung on. That's going to be sent out into center field. Coming up and underneath it, though, for a nice grab is Chris Day. So that's going to hold Mahler at first and hand things over to Dom Owens. A great kneeling grab out in center field from Chris Day to secure that out and hold Jake Mahler where he's at. Put out number 1 on the board. Dom Owens now at the plate. Owens fouls this one off along the first base line. This one catches that outside corner for strike 2. Owens, a fairly good hitter for CUC, had a strikeout in his first at-bat today, now sitting with the 0-2 count. Owens only 4 strikeouts on the season, so some unusual behavior here from Owens. As that ball misses in the dirt, it's going to get away from South a little bit. Mahler standing up. He's going to take that, and bouncing off him, he's going to take another base from it. Jake Mahler making his way from first to third in a matter of seconds. Owens still sitting with 2 strikes here. Mahler now on third, 1 out. This pitch gets away. Mahler thought about going. Instead, he holds. That ball took a little bit of an awkward bounce back on the netting behind home plate. So potentially for Mahler, a smart move to hold back on that, as it was on the third base side that ball bounced. So a little bit more of a fair shot for that ball to find its way into the glove of Gage Fertner to be able to tag Mahler out at home. So with only 1 out on the board, playing it safe here, nobody behind him, Jake Mahler sitting at third. Owens is going to connect. He's going to send that deep into the outfield. That ball's going to bounce off of the right center field wall. Dominic Owens is going to second for a stand-up double and an RBI with it. CUC breaking things back open, a 5-0 lead. And we're going to see a pitching change coming for the Muskies as CUC goes up 5-0, 1 out on the board. Owens over at second. We're going to take a quick break here as we get the final stat line for this pitcher and get you everything that you need to know about the incoming pitcher for the Muskies. So we'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, new arm on the bump for the Muskies. Number 28, Riley Roberts, freshman out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, as Yashawn Boswell kicks things off for the Cougars with the new arm, and he's going to take strike number 1. 0-1 count here for Boswell. He's 0 for 1 here in game 2. Owens over on second. Boswell's going to let that one go by for ball 1. Looking at the final stat line as we're going to get a bench warning from the Muskies. Home plate umpire unhappy with whatever is being said from the visiting dugout. So a quick bench warning there that's going to reset everything as the 1-1 count for Boswell here. But as I was saying, looking at that final stat line for Tucker Gage Fertner from the mound, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 5 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 23 batters faced, 88 total pitches. He's going to stay in the game as the designated hitter. And Roberts now sends that one in the dirt for a 2-1 count. This one misses upstairs, makes it a 3-1 count. Muskies trailing here today. They're still chasing their first win since April 5th. They're on a bit of a dry spell here as they've dropped a couple of conference doubleheaders consecutively. Some tight battles in their schedule, including an extra innings matchup with St. Norbert College on Tuesday that ultimately resulted in a loss there. But that ball is going to be chopped over from Boswell, scooped over at third, but Keegan gets that throw over in time for out number 2, and that's going to put Brendan Holloway now at the plate. Owens holding over at second. Holloway now at the plate operating with 2 outs. Roberts trying to get the Muskies out of this inning. CUC already put up 1 run in the inning, trying to minimize this damage. Holloway fouls this one off straight back. The 0-1 count here. That's going to find its way straight downtown for strike number 2. Roberts gets set here. He sends this one in. That's going to be chopped up the middle. Holloway's going to have to run to beat this one out. The throw from Spence misses. That's going to get away from Sobieski. That's going to give Owens the run and the free base for Holloway. New life there for Holloway. He's safe at second. Owens scores, and that's going to bring up Eli Hickman to the plate. This ball misses up and away. The 1-0 count here. Hickman shows bunt, pulls back. Looks like it almost hit him. but he's going to take it for ball number 2. This one misses low, makes this a 3-0 count for Hickman. Roberts sends this one in. That's going to miss the outside corner and send a free base for Hickman. That's going to bring Richie Sperando up to the plate. 2 runners on, 2 outs. CUC looking to continue to capitalize here. South taking a quick walk out to the mound to have a conversation with his pitcher. Sperando getting ready here. He's 0 for 2 here in game number 2. But had himself a fantastic outing in the field in the top half of the inning. We saw him with a very athletic jump and grabbing that ball out of mid-air over at shortstop. He's going to let that first pitch go by for ball 1. Roberts checking on Holloway over at second. Holloway safely back in. Muskies and the Cougars have a long history here. Most recently, the Muskies have been pretty electric against CUC as the throw is going to be in time. It's going to catch Eli Hickman stealing and close the inning, but CUC still tacks on 2 runs in the process and jumps ahead 6-0 as we head to the top of the 6th. Michael Southard still coming out to dish on the mound for the Cougars, but we'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, top of the 6th inning, top of the order for the Muskies. Leading things off is Oakley Spence. Spence 0 for 2 here in game number 2, but been an instrumental part of this Lakeland offense and defense. In game 1, Spence was 1 for 2 at the plate, 1 walk, 1 run. And he lets this first pitch go by for ball number 1. This one in the dirt for ball 2. Just a few more games at the Thunderdome for the Cougars this season, obviously finishing out here today, but not playing at home again until April 30th next week. Cougars entirely on the road And then coming back for a single non-conference matchup between the University of Chicago, a midweek Wednesday game. And rounding out their home field advantage on Friday, May 2nd, a doubleheader against Concordia, Wisconsin to close out their home games and the regular season. As that ball is fouled off, tracking it is Owens, but that's going to go over the stands and make this a full count. This one connected on set foul once again. On the flip side for the Muskies, they've got today's road game against CUC. They're on the road on Wednesday against Edgewood before heading back home on Tuesday, April 29th for a doubleheader against Marion. As this ball is connected on and lifted into space, that's going to be trouble for the Cougars, but not for Tyler Dorsch. Tyler Dorsch gets there with plenty of time to secure the out. Puts one out on the board, and Logan South at the plate for the Muskies. That ball looked like it was going to find some open space, but Tyler Dorsch, with his speed, had no problem covering that space with ease and securing out number one. South now at the plate. He's 0 for 2 here in Game 2, 0 for 3 in Game 1. He's still chasing his first hit of the day. This ball misses low for ball 2. A quick 2-0 count here for South. This one swung on for strike number 1. That one catches in there for strike number 2. Southern putting in the work on the mound, getting himself back into this count. The 2-2 pitch here from Southern. That's put into play. Sperando able to make the sliding grab. The throw over a little bit high, but able to get the out. Richie Sperando from sliding to a great throw for out number 2. That kid's having a great day in the field as well. And that's going to bring third baseman Zach Keegan up to the plate for the Muskies, operating with 2 outs. Keegan 1 for 1 here in game number 2. He's batting .384 on the season. Looking to get a 2-out rally going. Michael Southern says, not on my watch. He delivers strike number 1. Southern 85 total pitches thrown so far in the day. That one's going to be put into play. It's going to drop into shallow right center. Dorsch able to make the scoop, and the throw is going to be there in plenty of time. That's going to hold Keegan at first, prevent any extra bases. Great ground covered there from Dorsch. And that's going to bring Gage Fertner up to the plate for the Muskies. 1 runner on, 2 down. Gage Fertner 0 for 2 at the plate here in game number 2. This one fouled off. Muskies 1 for 5 at the plate with 2 outs. That one hit coming at the bat of Keegan in that last at-bat there, but not having much success with 2 outs, looking to change that and rewrite their destiny here. And now the 1-1 count gives some new hope here. Southern gets set. Checks over on Keegan. He delivers the pitch. That's going to be put into deep into left field. That's some trouble for the Cougars. That ball's long gone on to Division Street. A 2-run homer for Gage Fertner. And that's going to put their first runs on the board for the Muskies here in game number 2. That ball carried well onto Division Street. And the Muskies put 2 runs on the board. CUC still on top 6-2. Second home run of the day for the Muskies. First one came in game number 1 at the hands of this man right here, Landon Sobieski. Sobieski here in game 2. He's 0 for 2 at the plate. He lets that one go by, but takes it for strike number 1. This one swung on for strike number 2. 0-2 count here. Southern trying to get out with one more pitch. The delivery. That's put into play. Crater able to get up underneath it. The throw. In time. Out number 3. CUC gets out of the inning, but the Muskies not going down without a fight. They put up 2 runs off of a 2-run blast and cut into that CUC lead, but Cougars head to the bottom of the 6th, still on top 6-2 right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back on the Cougar Sports Network, leading things off is Richie Sperando. CUC still on top, 6-2, but the Muskies slowly creeping their way back in, picking up a 2-run home run in the top half of this inning. Sperando takes that one for strike number 1. This one misses upstairs for ball 1. One and one count here for Sperando. This one is going to clip that outside corner, make this a 1-2 count. Still dishing for the Muskies is Roberts. 13 pitches thrown so far. This one put into play, bounces right back up off the pitcher's mound. Roberts loses track of it for a second, and that's going to get Sperando safely over at first. Taking an awkward bounce, but that's going to put Tyler Dorsch now at the plate for CUC. Top of the lineup for the Cougars. Dorsch 2 for 2 at the plate here in game number 2. He's got a home run in each game. And overall, just leading the force here. Sperando over at first. No outs on the board. This pitch in there for strike number 1. This one misses well upstairs for ball 1. 1-1 count here. Roberts gets set here. He delivers this one. Dorsch swinging on this. That's foul territory, but coming up and underneath it is Sobieski, and that's going to get Dorsch on the foul ball, but that's going to hand things over to Michael Kasich. 1 out on the board. Sperando still hanging out at first. Kasich looking to get things rolling here. Kasich's 1 for 3 at the plate here in game number 2. This one fouled off the handle of Kasich's bat. Roberts' last outing for the Muskies came on April 15th against St. Norbert College. He pitched 4 1/3 innings, gave up 7 hits, and picked up 3 strikeouts in the process. So, been a consistent arm for the Muskies this season. Kasich's going to connect with that one. That's going into left field, but not having to make much of a movement is Gregorius for out number 2, and that's going to put Jake Mahler now at the plate. 2 quick outs here is exactly what the Muskies are looking for in this game after falling behind by a hearty deficit in game 1. Lakeland trailing 6-2 here in the bottom of the 6th is not an unreachable feat, and being able to secure these quick outs is exactly what they're looking for to be able to start a climb back into this game. Meanwhile, CUC looking to capitalize every opportunity they get. They have a runner on base in Richie Sperando, so doing what they can to not let those runners on base go to waste, and especially in the heart of your lineup, you've got Jake Mahler at the plate right now, who's having himself a great day. You've got Tyler Crater coming up, who's having himself a great day. So being able to capitalize on this good part of your lineup with a runner on base is exactly what the Cougars are looking for. Roberts checking over on Sperando at first. Mahler's going to send that one over, but a line drive right into the glove of Sumisen, and that's going to secure out number 3 and send things to the top of the 7th. CUC still on top, 6-2. We're going to see a new arm coming in for the Cougars, so we'll have that for you when we get back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, new arm on the mound for the Cougars in number 17, Connor Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, one of 10 seniors that was recognized before today's Senior Day celebration. Fitzgerald coming in relief for Michael Southard. First pitch thrown is going to be popped up by Gregorius, but underneath it is Eli Hickman for out number 1. Looking at that final stat line for Michael Southard, 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs allowed, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 23 batters faced, and 93 total pitches thrown. So a really successful outing for Southern. He's on track to pick up a win here today should the results stand, as Fitzgerald sends that one in for strike number 1. Southern, again, should today's score stand as is, on track to pick up his 2nd win of the season. But in order to do that, going to have to see a couple strong innings from the Cougar bullpen. And like I said, getting things started here is Connor Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald on the season, he's throwing a .394 ERA. He's making his 12th appearance here today. 16 total innings pitched for the Cougars, 10 strikeouts. Opponents have a .213 batting average against him, so a really effective arm for CUC, as that ball misses, makes this a 3-1 count. This pitch swung on. That's hit deep into left field. Holloway tracking it, getting to the fence and able to grab it for out number 2. That ball looked like it had some power and promise to it. And if you're the Muskies, you're hoping that that ball has some power and some promise to it. But instead, Brendan Holloway at the fence is able to secure it for out number 2. And that's going to bring Hernandez up to the plate, looking to get a 2-out rally going for the Muskies. Fitzgerald sends this one in. That's going to clip that outside corner for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch here. That's going to catch the outside corner, strike 2. 0-2 count here for Hernandez. Fitzgerald trying to get out of the inning in one more pitch. The delivery. That's going to be put into play. That's going to find space in the 6 hole. And easily a single there for Hernandez brings new life to the Muskies. And that's going to hand things over to Chris Day. Day 0 for 2 at the plate here in game number 2, but on the season he's batting .260, 13 RBIs. That ball misses outside for ball number 1. This ball put into play, once again finding space in the 6 hole. That's going to make its way to the outfield. Hernandez holding at second, Day holding at first, but one at a time, the Muskies are finding some space in the infield and putting runners on base. And that's going to bring the top of the order up for the Muskies. Oakley Spence now at the plate. Spence 0 for 3 here in game number 2, but he's got 23 RBIs on the season, and despite having 2 outs, the Muskies have 2 runners on, so in a favorable position here as that ball finds its way straight downtown for strike number 1. Fitzgerald sends this one in. That's going to catch the outside corner for strike number 2. 2 quick strikes here. Fitzgerald trying to get out of the inning. Oh, 2 count here. Fitzgerald sends this one in. That's going to miss just outside for ball 1. The 1-2 count. That's going to be fouled off once again, clipping Dom Owens. Owens having a tough day behind the plate. Still down on the ground. Head coach of the Cougars, Colin Connor, coming out to check on him. Second time today we've seen Owens take a ball, a foul-tipped ball, uncomfortably. slow to make his way up, taking his time, slowing things down a little bit. Coach Colin Connor still checking on him. And Owens making his way to his knees with the claps of the Cougar faithful. Like I said, second time today, Owens has found himself on the unfortunate side of a foul-tipped ball. And still sitting with the 1-2 count, Owens shaking it off, and Fitzgerald making his way back to the mound to reset things and try to get the Cougars out of this inning. Great toughness here from Owens. The 1-2 count here. Fitzgerald sends this one in. That's going to be put into play. It's lifted into the outfield, but easily up and underneath it is Eli Hickman for out number 3, and that's going to send it to the bottom of the 7th. CUC on top 6-2. We'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network. Tyler Crater leading things off, but what you guys missed on the broadcast was a fantastic outing and rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, sung by assistant baseball coach Matt Smith's 2 children, Kennedy and Easton Smith. So getting the Cougar fans on their feet and ready to go for the bottom of the 7th. So thank you, Smith kids, for getting the fans even more excited for today's doubleheader. But Tyler Crater feeding off of that energy here. He's at the plate. He's going to take that one, make this an 0-2 count. CUC still on top 6-2, bottom of the 7th here. Crater's going to let that one go by for ball 1. Crater 1 for 3 at the plate here in game number 2, but his one hit was a big-time 3-run home run in the bottom of the 1st. Broke things open for the Cougars. He's going to connect with that one. That's going to find its way into the outfield, but up and underneath it for out number 1 is Hernandez. And that's going to bring Dom Owens up to the plate. Owens having a bit of a tough day behind the plate. Recently having a bit of an unfortunate injury as he's worn 2 different foul tips off of himself personally. But looking to continue to be a spark for the Cougars. He's 2 for 3 at the plate. He's going to let that first pitch go by for ball number 1. 1-0 count here for Owens. That one in there for strike 1. Owens thought about swinging, didn't, took the strike anyway. 1-1 count, 1 out. This one misses for ball 2. Owens checking his swing once again. Two one count. Roberts delivers this one. That's going to be lifted by Owens. That ball is deep into right center. And that's going to bounce off the top of the wall. Owens slowly making his way, just missing a home run there from Owens. A couple more inches and that ball would have been gone, but Dom Owens making his way to second, and that's going to bring Yashawn Boswell to the plate. That ball had a lot of promise off the bat of Owens, just shy of that home run fence, but either way, Owens on base once again for the Cougars. He's now 3 for 4 at the plate here in game number 2, and he hands things over to Yashawn Boswell. Boswell takes this one in there for strike number 1. Boswell on the season, he's got 20 RBIs, actually leading second on the team, in RBIs. So a key hitter for CUC this season. He's batting .321 on the year as well. But swinging through that one, he's going to sit with the 0-2 count. And that's going to be a pitch clock violation. It's going to reset here. That ball missing outside. Unfortunate situation for a squirrel inside the stadium, running its way back and forth behind home plate, but don't worry, Cougar fans, he made his way safely outside, as that ball is going to be inside for Yashawn Boswell. Makes this a 3-2 count. Squirrels on campus today have been all over the baseball field and the bleachers. As this ball misses in the dirt for ball 4, gives a free base to Boswell. And that's going to bring Brendan Holloway up to the plate. 1 out on the board for the Cougars. Runners now on first and second.
Number 50, Brendan Holloway.
Holloway here, he's 1 for 3 on the day. He shows bunt. That's going to roll foul along the third base line. Oh, 1 count for Holloway. Runners over on first and second. That's going to just barely miss for ball 1. Roberts up to 40 pitches on the day. One and 1 count now. That one's going to miss inside, make it 2-1. Roberts gets set here. Checks on Owens. Sends this pitch in. That's going to be fouled off from Holloway. Level this count at 2 apiece. Resetting here. 2-2 count. Roberts delivers this one. That's going to be Sent out into right field. Coming underneath it is Hernandez. He's able to glove it, but runners will not tag. A shallow pop fly there, and that's going to bring Eli Hickman to the plate for CUC with 2 outs. Hickman 0 for 2 here in game number 2. He connects with that one. Heading out into center field and able to grab it is Chris Day. Getting up and underneath it after losing it for a quick second, but that's going to send things over to the top of the 8th. CUC still on top, 6-2, as we potentially see a new pitcher coming in for the Cougars. We will, and we'll have all that for you when we come back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, top of the 8th, and a new arm on the mound for the Cougars in number 40, Bryce Jones. Jones, another senior here on this CUC team, coming in relief after Connor Fitzgerald went 1 complete inning for the Cougars. Fitzgerald, 5 batters faced, 15 total pitches thrown, so seeing CUC cycle through their bullpen on senior day, getting great innings from each of these relief pitchers as Jones delivers this one inside for ball number 2. Logan South at the plate for the Muskies. He's batting .279 on the season coming into today. He's 0 for 3 at the plate here in game number 2. Went 0 for 3 at the plate in game 1. And he's now sitting with a 3-0 favorable count. This pitch catches in there for strike number 1. Still see some movement in the Cougar bullpen, so keeping the options open here, as typically we do see Cougars come in relief in bursts of 1 inning at a time. But South is going to take his free base over at first and hand things off to Keegan.
Third baseman number 24, Zach Keegan.
Keegan 2 for 2 at the plate here in game number 2. He lets that one go by for strike number 1. Keegan had a single out to right field in his last at-bat in the top of the 6th. As he fouls this one off out of play, makes this an 0-2 count. This one misses upstairs for the first ball in this at-bat here. Makes it a 1-2 count. Jones delivers this one. That's going to miss upstairs, level this at 2 apiece. The 2-2 delivery here. Misses up and in for ball 3. Coming into today, Jones leading this team actually with a 1.69 ERA. This is his 14th appearance on the season. He's got a 3-2 win-loss record. 12 total walks on the season. As this ball is once again fouled off. Jones already with 1 walk here today, trying to avoid a second. Jones, 16 total innings pitched for the Cougars. He's collected 13 strikeouts on the year. He's picked up 2 saves and has a .269 batting average for his opponents as he checks over on South at first. This ball misses outside for ball 4. Second consecutive walk for Bryce Jones. Not something that we typically see out of the senior, and that's going to cause head coach of the Cougars, Colin Connor, to come out and have a quick discussion with everybody and reground and center some things. Like I said, there's some movement in the Cougar bullpen, but most likely seeing some display of trust in his senior pitcher here from Coach Connor, just bringing his infield in, resettling things, and letting Jones work his way out of this little bump in the road. As I mentioned, typically a strong arm for the Cougars. He comes in a lot in relief. He's made no starts as a Cougar, but coming in and leading this team in appearances. Like I said, he's got 13 appearances on the season. That's 2 more than any other Cougar on the pitching staff, as this first pitch is going to be fouled off. Oh, 1 count here at delivered low for ball 1. One and 1 count here. That's going to be fouled off straight back behind the press box. Makes this a 1-2 count. One, 2 count. Jones trying to work his way back into this after 2 consecutive walks. He sends this one in. That's going to be sent high up into the infield. It's going to be an infield fly anyway, but Crater's going to collect it for the out and put the first out up on the board. Going to hold runners where they're at and bring Sobieski up to the plate for the Muskies. Sobieski 0 for 3 here in game number 2. In game 1, he was 2 for 4 at the plate with 3 RBIs, was responsible for that home run that really got some things rolling for the Muskies, but he sends this one foul in his first pitch of this at-bat. This one's going to be put into play. It's a roller over. Kasic's going to get the throw at second. Can they turn 2? They cannot. That's going to allow a run to score. As the throw was not in time to Owens at the plate, so a little bit of a scramble there. As that's going to put another run on the board for the Muskies and cut into this CUC lead.
Left fielder number 25, Sean Gregorius.
This ball is going to get past Owens. He loses it for a second. That gives Sobieski plenty of time to make his way to second. One 1-0 count here. CUC still on top 6-3. Obviously, the Cougars have held on to this lead the entire game, and the Muskies doing everything that they can to slowly chip their way back into it. And with that run, it's going to cut the CUC lead completely in half. As that ball misses, makes this a 2-1 count. Two outs on the board. Jones trying to work out of this jam. This ball's going to be put into play. That's deep into right field, but up and underneath it is Tyler Dorsch to secure the out and get the Cougars out of the inning. A much-needed out. That's going to send things to the bottom of the 8th. CUC still on top 6-3. We'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, CUC on top 6-3. Richie Sperando leading things off for the Cougars. Roberts still dishing on the bump for the Muskies. Muskies slowly cutting their way into the CUC lead as this is a hard hit ball over Keegan, able to glove it, and he's going to get the easy throw over to first in time, but that's going to hand things over to the top of the order. Tyler Dorsch now at the plate for CUC. One out on the board. Dorsch 2 for 3 at the plate today. He's responsible for a home run in the second inning, his second home run of the day, as he lets that first pitch slide by for strike one. Sun starting to appear here in River Forest once again. It's been a gloomy day. Saw a little bit of rain earlier in the day, but that ball is lifted into center field. It's back. It's trouble. It's gone! Tyler Dorsch, another one! Tyler Dorsch is doing it on senior day. His third home run, his second of the game. Tyler Dorsch, bingo, bango, want someone to get something done, you look for Tyler Dorsch. He answers right back with a solo home run to equalize the run that the Muskies put up in the top half of the order, and Tyler Dorsch is having himself a day. That's going to bring things up for Michael Kasich. Kasich fouling off the first pitch that he sees. Oh, 1 count here for Kasich. This ball misses in the dirt, makes it a 1-1 count. Tyler Dorsch's 3rd home run of the day, as Kasich sends that one foul. Dorsch coming into today, 5 home runs on the season, and he puts up 3 on the day thus far. Kasich's going to let that one go by for strike number 3. He's going to go down looking and hand things over to Jake Mahler. Now operating with 2 outs. Mahler looking to get a 2-out rally going. He's 0 for 2 here in game 2, as that one's going to miss for ball 1. This one's going to be connected on set foul just along the third base line. Couple of inches, and that would have stayed fair along that third base line. Been a little bit of trouble for the Muskies. This one's going to be sent fouled back straight behind the press box, makes it a 1-2 count. Roberts delivers this one. That's going to be in the dirt for ball number 2. Roberts 52 pitches here on the day. Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This one's going to miss low and away for ball number 3. The 3-2 pitch here misses upstairs, ball 4. That's going to put a runner on base for Tyler Crater. And we're going to see a pinch runner over at first for Jake Mahler. Coming in to run is number 21, Josiah King. We've seen Josiah King come in to pinch run a few times throughout the season.
Running at first base for
And
Mahler.
entering in here now.
Josiah King.
This is going to be King's 6th appearance on the season. Crater now at the plate for the Cougars. He's 1 for 4 at the plate. CUC on top, 7-3, bottom of the 8th. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Crater's going to connect with that one, send it high and shallow into right center. Coming up and underneath it is Hernandez for out number 3, so that will do it for the inning. But CUC knows how to take control with a solo home run from Tyler Dorsch to get things going. We're going to head to the top of the 9th right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, top of the ninth, CUC on top 7-3. Muskies have some work to do if they want to continue to fight here in River Forest, but new arm on the bump for CUC, number 22, Elliot Higgins. Higgins coming into today as a key closer for this CUC squad, making his 12th appearance on the year. He's got a 2.82 ERA, 2 saves on the season, 22 and a third innings pitched, 24 total strikeouts, second on the team in strikeouts, as that ball is lifted into center field. Hickman underneath it for out number 1. Muskies now operating with only 2 outs to give, needing to put up 4 runs to force the Cougars to go to bat in the bottom of the 9th. But now at the plate is number 23, Ramiro Hernandez. Hernandez 2 for 3 here in game number 2. He swings through that one, and Dom Owens taking a foul-tipped ball once again. Owens having a very unfortunate day behind the plate. He's still down. Owens having a great day at the plate. As a hitter, he's having a fantastic outing, 3 for 4 at the plate, but behind the plate, Owens just having a tough one. And head coach of the Cougars, Colin Connor, coming out to check on him once again. 1 out on the board. CUC infield gathering. Owens still down. Owens taking some time here, taking off his helmet, catching his breath. Looking at some final stat lines here from Bryce Jones. Jones pitched 1 inning for the Cougars, gave up 1 run, 2 walks, 5 batters faced, 23 total pitches thrown. So did his job on the mound and handing things over to the next guy, and the next guy is Elliot Higgins, Higgins doing a fantastic outing so far. The CUC faithful cheering for Owens. He's made his way back up. Owens toughing it out here in the final inning of the game. And the 0-1 count. Higgins gets set here. He delivers that one. That's in the dirt. Owens doing a nice job of blocking it. 1-1 count now. This ball swung on and missed for strike number 2. Coming into today, Hernandez 1 strikeout on the season. Higgins trying to add another one here. That ball is going to be put in play, but it's going to roll just foul. Higgins making his way to cover first as Kasich scooping that one up just on the right side of that first base foul line. Fighting chance here for Hernandez, still sitting with the 1-2 count. That one's going to miss low and away for ball number 2. Higgins sends this one in. Strike number 3! Elliot Higgins gets Hernandez looking and puts 2 outs up on the board. That's going to bring the final out up for the Muskies. Chris Day looking to get something rolling here. They need 4 runs with only 1 out to give. Chris Day 1 for 3 at the plate here in game number 2. Elliot Higgins looking to get it done. This ball is set high up. Swung on the first pitch. He sees Sperando coming up and underneath it for out number 3, and CUC does it. They're able to pull off the senior day sweep. A big-time victory for the Cougars. CUC Game 2 win 7-3 over the Muskies. A big-time victory. Cougars coming off of 2 losses at home against Rockford and coming back on senior day to put up some big numbers and pull the sweep. Exactly what you were looking for, and what a way to get it done. I mean, the bats were hot, the pitches were hot, the fielders were hot. CUC having an all-star day all around. And a fantastic outing and a great way to send off your seniors. Like I said, a senior day celebration took place before today's games, and on that note, the CUC seniors just really came to life here in game number 2, but also in game 1. Overall, a fantastic day, but again, we have to mention Kyler Dorsch, absolutely electric here in game number 2. He went 3 for 4 at the plate, 3 runs, 2 RBIs, 2 solo home runs, and just really got things going. Meanwhile, Michael Kasick, another senior on this team, 1 for 5 at the plate, but just all around locking things down on the field. And I mean, this CUC senior class is just a fantastic group of individuals, and being able to secure the win here, the double win here, is a fantastic way to send them off in style. So we are going to have a post-game interview right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Before we do, wanting to give a shout out to all of the CUC baseball seniors for their hard work. It's been an amazing group of young men that have put in the hard work and were recognized here today. Those seniors that were recognized: number 3, Jackson Brigham; number 10, Michael Kasick; number 17, Connor Fitzgerald; number 18, Yashawn Boswell; number 19, Eli Hickman; number 23, Tyler Dorsch; number 31, Malachi Mabins; number 36, Dax Meyer; number 40, Bryce Jones; and number 52, Tyler Crater, the senior class that is definitely going to be missed from this lineup as we move forward without them next year. But we still have some time to get through this season as CUC is riding this momentum with style. But before we get to that post-game interview, I want to give a huge shout-out to everybody that made today's production possible. In Stadium PA was the Hall of Famer Jim Egan, operating our scoreboard and pitch clock. Jalen Franklin running camera and helping with production. Jacob Garrison, and running our production today, making it look as great as it did, was Graduate Assistant for Athletic Communications Sydney Lloyd and Assistant Director of Athletic Communications Corey Welch. I'm Kayla McLeod. It's been an honor to be on the call all day today and all season for Cougar baseball, but don't go anywhere. Post-game interview coming up in just a few moments.
Cougar Nation, want to catch up on all the CUC baseball action you missed this year?
Stick around on our YouTube channel and click the baseball playlist to see all of our highlights, interviews, and previous games.
Thank you all for the support. Love you, Mom.
What's going on, Cougar fans? Kayla McLeod right here on the Cougar Sports Network with CUC senior, right fielder, and overall star of the day, Tyler Dorsch. Tyler, first of all, congratulations on a big-time conference sweep, but also a senior day sweep. I mean, it was overall just a great day for you guys, and it started in game one. You guys put up 20 runs on the day, and that was your guys' highest scoring game since 2023. So, first of all, talk me through what it was like to have that much offensive boost in game one.
Well, first off, all glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm blessed to be able to get confirmed after this with Bradley, and it's going to be an incredible day. There's so much more to come, but this team, it's incredible. That was an amazing display by our offense, pitching, all around. So we just had a great day overall, and we're blessed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't be more blessed than a win at home on senior day. But on top of that, you mentioned your pitching as well. And, I mean, in game one, Dylan Scott going 6 innings. You had Michael Southern in game two going 6 innings. You've got these strong starters that can go, but then you've got relief pitchers that are able to come in and get the job done and do exactly what they're needing to do, whether that's 1 inning, 2 innings, or 3 innings of relief. And, I mean, what is it like to have that strong of a pitching staff that you know the next guy up is going to continue that same momentum?
Oh, it's incredible. So I just sit out there in the outfield, and I just get to watch them get guys out, and it's the best thing ever.
Absolutely. And also we have to mention the fielding. You in the outfield, but you're infield. I mean, there was some ESPN level plays here today. We saw Richie Sperando making a monster leap to get a line drive that very easily could have made its way out into the left field wall. You had Michael Kasich with a line drive and tag on the double play. I mean, just overall, your fielders were doing a fantastic job, and obviously you guys in the outfield being able to track that ball and get that out. So we've talked about your hitters, we've talked about your pitchers. Now let's talk about your fielders. What is it like to have that strong of an infield and that strong of an outfield?
Defense wins games. That's what you got to have. So that was incredible today. Everyone played an amazing game, amazing day all around. So we're going to keep it up, keep winning.
Absolutely, and like we mentioned, a big-time conference sweep, but it was also senior day. So let's get a little sentimental for a second, and let's talk about it. You're one of 10 seniors here today. We had that fantastic senior day ceremony to start the day where we recognized you alongside of your teammates, and some of those teammates you've been playing with for 4 years here. So talk to me a little bit about what it's like to not only have that senior day recognition with those guys that you've been walking with for 4 years or 3 years or 2 years, but to be able to pull the day that you guys were able to pull today. What's it like having your brothers by your side like that?
I mean, I love all these guys, every single one of them, especially Crater and Mike Polano. Been together with those guys for 4 years. So that was incredible all around. They had great days too. Everyone just competed, and it was incredible.
Absolutely. Well, CUC baseball on top after pulling a conference sweep here against Lakeland, and they're going to be back in action next week as they hit the road. They've got 2 NAC doubleheaders that are both on the road before coming back home the following week. But Tyler, best of luck as you move forward next week, and congratulations on your confirmation after this interview here today. But CUC baseball is on a high right now, and it's all thanks to Tyler Dorsch's 3 big-time home runs here today. Congratulations on that as well. But that's all we've got for today's broadcast. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, and happy Senior Day, Tyler, and to the rest of CUC baseball. And as always, roll Cougs.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.